Welcome to another episode of the Digital Blueprint. I'm Jim Lather, joined with John Peterson. John, welcome back.
Thanks, Jim.
Our topic today is social targeted display ads. Now, John, the most obvious question I think I have out of the gate is, if I'm a business owner, this is a targeted display ad. Why would I choose to do social targeted display ads instead of just display ads, traditional banner ads, display ads?
So with social targeted display ads, you get a lot more call to action options. There's multitude. There's actually 3 separate areas where a user can click on one of the social targeted display ads to be engaged with that particular business. It also is unique in the way that it is designed. And unlike just a regular targeted display ad that could be static, could be a GIF ad, might have messaging, the social targeted display ads look exactly like that. They look like social media posts from the major social platforms, Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok, Snapchat, etc. And so there's a lot of different uniquenesses around the call to actions, the engagements, and just the overall aesthetic.
Well, let's talk a little bit more about that. So obviously there's, at least as I understand it, one actionable item with a display ad. It's a click.
Yep.
What can you do with a social display ad?
So with the social targeted display ad, there's multiple click actions that can be occurred on the ad itself. There will be a section that represents the social platform icon of where the post came from.
Okay.
So if we're taking a Facebook post, for example, from an advertiser, the display ad would have their profile picture for Facebook. And if you were to click on that from the ad, you go to their Facebook page. But the call to actions, the main ones that would occur would be a click to go to the website. There's actually a click to call, click to email, as well as a click for directions, depending on kind of the business type.
So is this a little bit like a native ad, but as it relates to social media, it's like a personalized dynamic ad? Or is the creative done up front?
The creative is done up front. The one thing I would say also that separates this from your normal targeted display ad is from the social platform that the ad came from, and we'll talk about that here in a second, the ad dynamically updates. So for example, if we took a Facebook post from an advertiser's Facebook page, we would then design ads around that. And as that post on social media, on that Facebook page, increases in likes, comments, etc., the creative that would be displayed on Weather Channel or whatever publishers that the ad is showing to the consumers would also update to increase the likes, comments, etc.
Okay, so a good prospect for this ad might be the end consumer that is really engaged with a particular Facebook page.
Absolutely, yeah.
And so is the best practice for a company to only deploy social targeted ads if they have a large Facebook following or a large social media presence?
Best practices would be for advertisers who are very active on social media. The targeted display ads would reflect things like the number of followers that they have, right? So generally, best practices would revolve around people who have very active social media profiles, followers, and get a lot of engagement through organic posts.
Now, I know there's been a lot of back and forth and a lot of argument between what the job of an actual display ad is. Is it to create brand? Is it to create clicks? One thing I do like about this tactic is it comes with a higher click-through rate. Tell me why that's important.
Yeah, that's correct. So on average, this is probably 3 to 5 times higher from an engagement standpoint based on clicks than your static targeted display ad. And again, I think it's just the uniqueness of the overall design, the dynamic updates that it does based on likes, comments, etc. And the overall kind of engagement that it can do to generate a lot more website traffic.
Okay, so if you're into driving more traffic, engagement, brand lift, this would be a great thing to put with your ad campaign.
Yes, absolutely. And there's 3 different types of ad formats that it can be. Just like on other social channels, it can be a single image, it can be a carousel, and it can be a video.
Okay, and again, the platforms we're talking about are Facebook, Instagram, X, LinkedIn, Pinterest, Snapchat, and TikTok.
Correct. And so ultimately how these ads are created, right? if you have an advertiser who is very active on any of those platforms, all we simply need, or all the agency that would help your advertiser would need, would be the URL of the post, and then the creative gets created that way.
Well, there you have it. Social targeted display ads, possibly a great fit for your business.